Hello, welcome to Messy Church. I'm Andy, and it's lovely to have you with us. And I'm going to do something with these two lots of water here, and I want you to imagine and use your imagination and think that over here, that this water over here, that's all beautiful and clear, represents God. And the Bible talks very much about God being very pure and holy and perfect, that there's nothing wrong in him at all. And so that is what this represents. This is God over here. And then over here you can see a little person on the front of this water, and this is you and me and all people on the earth. And the Bible at the beginning talks about people and God living in relationship together, and both being pure and holy and clean and all of those things. But then it talks about sin, which is wrong things that we do coming into the world. And that sin, let's bring this onto the table. So this is representing sin, and that wrong that we do, let's pour that into there, causes our lives to be very different to what God's life looks like. So let's do that. So now you can see it looks very different. And the Bible talks about the consequences of the wrong that we do causes a breakdown in the relationship with God, because we're not all clean and pure and holy and lovely. And so God, who is all of those things, can't have a relationship with us because of that. And so many years ago, God decided that he'd do something about it. And that's where the cross comes into the middle of the story, into the middle of God's story, into the middle of our story. And what happens is that Jesus at Easter dies on the cross. And as he died on the cross, he was taking all of that wrong on himself and paying for it. The Bible calls it a sacrifice. And he was dying for us, for our sin, to take all of that sin, that wrong that we've done, and to sort it out. It's because God wants us to live as his friends. And so Jesus did that on the cross for you and for me. But it doesn't make any difference to us unless we accept what Jesus did on the cross into our lives. Unless we say sorry to God for the things that we've done wrong. And we believe that when Jesus died on the cross, he was paying for our sin. And then we accept him into our lives and say, I want to live my life with you now, like a new start, a new beginning. And when we do that, this is what happens to our lives. Let's see, let's just move that around a little bit. And we can see something happening, something taking place as the cross goes into our lives. Look what God does, what Jesus does. Wow. He makes us clean. Makes us pure and holy in God's sight, so that we can live as friends with God. And I hope that this Easter in 2020, an Easter that's quite different to any other Easter we've had with all that's going on, but that this Easter you might accept what Jesus did on the cross for you, and you would become friends with God, not just for this life, but to be welcomed into heaven when this life comes to an end. So I hope that you have a lovely Easter. Thank you for watching this talk, and we look forward to seeing you at Messy Church in the future. All right, bye for now.